Try frying eggshells in a pan. You won't believe what happens next. Do you usually throw away eggshells? You might want to stop doing that, because today, I'll show you a surprising trick using fried eggshells that can solve some common household problems. Most people have no idea how useful this is, but after watching this, you'll never see eggshells the same way again. First, with the eggs that have been used, instead of throwing them away, collect and save the shells. Take the eggshell pieces outside, place them in a dry spot with sunlight, and let them dry naturally. This not only helps the shells dry faster, but also prevents unpleasant odors and keeps mosquitoes from gathering around the eggs. Where in the world are you watching from, and how's your day going so far? Let's dive into some simple tips that can truly make your life easier. And hey, before we get started, tap that follow button. These kinds of videos can slip away in your feed, and you might not find this channel again. Don't miss out. Once the shells are dry, I put them into a basin of water, add 1 spoonful of salt and a little baking soda, and soak them for about 10 minutes. This combination is very effective for killing bacteria. The salt helps disinfect, while the baking soda has strong cleaning power, removing any remaining bacteria from the surface of the eggshells. Did you know that eggshells are very rich in calcium carbonate, a compound that provides an excellent source of calcium? In addition, eggshells also contain phosphorus, which is good for plants, magnesium that helps boost the immune system, along with potassium and sodium, both minerals that are beneficial for the body and for plant soil. Who would have thought that such a fragile shell could hold so much value, right? After soaking, I take out each piece and rinse it once more with clean water to remove any remaining salt and baking soda residue on the shells. Finally, I use a paper towel to gently wipe them dry and clean. At this point, your eggshells are completely dry and spotless. Next is a very important step that determines whether the eggshells can be stored for a long time or not, and that is roasting the shells to remove odors and deeply clean them. You just need to follow me. Put all the eggshells into a pan and start roasting them over high heat. The main purpose at first is to completely dry the eggshells and eliminate any remaining fishy smell. While roasting, you can use a spatula to gently press down so the shells break into smaller pieces, which helps distribute heat evenly and improves odor removal. When you see the shells begin to change color, lower the heat to medium or low. At this point, we'll continue stirring steadily until the shells turn golden brown and give off a light fragrance. That's when you can turn off the heat. This step helps eliminate the fishy smell and thoroughly dries the shells, making them easy to store long-term without worrying about spoilage. After roasting is done and the eggshells have completely cooled, I move on to grinding them. First, prepare a clean, dry blender. Put all the cooled eggshells into the blender, close the lid tightly, and start blending at high speed. To achieve the best quality, you should blend continuously for about 1 minute until the mixture reaches a fine consistency. The finer the eggshell powder, the more effective it will be for use. And you know, eggshells contain up to 90 to 95% calcium carbonate, CaCO3, a form of calcium that's easy to absorb, equivalent to the calcium found in supplements. So make sure to blend it well for the best absorption. Finally, when the eggshell powder feels fine and smooth to the touch, no more grittiness or roughness, then it's ready. Now you just need to store the eggshell powder in a clean, dry glass jar with a tight-fitting lid. Avoid placing it in damp areas or near the stove to make sure the powder maintains its quality for a long time. With this method, you can easily store it for several months, even up to a year. And if you've made a large batch, you can also divide it into small Ziploc bags for convenient use over time. Eggshell powder, which seems like something to be thrown away, actually contains so many benefits. First of all, it can provide a rich source of calcium for the body. It's very simple. You just need to add 1 small spoonful of eggshell powder into a cup, add a bit of warm water, stir well, and drink it daily. You'll notice a clear change in your body. Every time you drink water mixed with eggshell powder, you're giving your body a large amount of natural calcium. This layer of calcium can form a protective membrane over the stomach lining, providing great support for anyone dealing with digestive ulcers or having a weak digestive system. Not only that, eggshells also contain vitamin C and collagen, 2 important components that help the skin become brighter, firmer, and more elastic. This is a gentle yet effective natural beauty method that many people have successfully used. Now that you know these wonderful benefits, start saving your eggshells to supplement calcium for your body. Besides drinking it with warm water, you can also add a little to your rice, porridge, smoothies, or lemon water to gently increase your daily intake of trace minerals. With this method, your meals will not only taste better, but also be packed with special nutrients, especially calcium, which is excellent for growing children, the elderly, or anyone needing to strengthen their bones. Give it a try. You'll be amazed. Another use of eggshells that definitely can't be overlooked is using them for gardening. Plants that have been growing for a long time won't thrive or yield well if they're only watered without added nutrients. So plants also need enough nourishment to grow properly. You can absolutely use the eggshell powder I just made to help take care of your home garden. You just need to mix the eggshell powder into the soil or sprinkle it around the base of the plants. Just be sure not to sprinkle it directly at the stem. Spread it about 2 to 3 centimeters away from the base. By doing this, you're quietly providing your plants with a large amount of natural calcium, an essential nutrient that helps them grow strong, especially during the flowering and fruiting stages. Not only does it provide calcium, but eggshell powder also adds other trace elements like magnesium, potassium, and sodium, which help improve soil structure, making the soil looser, better drained, and more nutrient-rich. For areas with salty soil or spots that are often damp, just adding a little eggshell powder is enough to improve the living environment for your plants. Another big plus is its ability to repel insects. When you sprinkle eggshell powder around the base of your plants, you'll notice a clear reduction in ants, snails, red spiders, and many other harmful pests. This method is natural, non-toxic, and environmentally friendly. If you're looking for an organic fertilizer that's safe, economical, and effective, eggshells are the perfect choice. Give it a try and feel the difference in your lush green garden. So from now on, you can completely change the way you look at eggshells. What once seemed like waste can actually turn into a miracle cure that provides essential nutrients not only for yourself, but also for your plants. It's incredibly beneficial and super economical without costing a single penny. If you still have any questions about eggshells, feel free to leave a comment below so I can know. If you find this little tip helpful, don't hesitate to save it for later and share it with your family and friends. Who would have thought that eggshells, something we usually throw away, could actually be a treasure for both our health and our plants? Thank you so much for watching and supporting.